Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays The Binding of Isaac. Afterbirth Plus. Last run, it's a new era. Let me just say that. We had strife and persevered. This run, I am going to drop Ringworm right off the bat. VRMMCQY2. And I mean, I know what you're saying. You're looking at this and you're going, my dog, you got Mega and you got Black Candle right off the bat. That's a great start. And you know what? You certainly are not wrong. I will say, oh, that's not great. Our rate of fire is also good. Don't forget about that. Our damage is pretty actually bad, but of course, everything else in this run, like, so much more than balances it out. So this should be another good one. And dude, this is exactly what I needed. I mean, let's not act like this is a one run. So many things can happen. We're on like the 8th room or something like that, you know? We could die on the haunt fight. It would be very sad, but not impossible. It'd be sad enough if we just got hit one more time on the haunt fight, but okay, well, be careful what you wish for. But this is exactly what I needed, is a couple of runs that were up to no good, started making trouble in the neighborhood, but a couple of runs that put me in this situation where now I feel like I can be decent at Isaac again. Once this one's done, our buy one, get one free, easiest runs of all time coupon is officially expired, I think, but take what I can get for now. Thank you for not taking me to an error room. I would have been mad displeased. Oh, Dark Bomb as well. Okay, well now don't do me any favors here. This is getting a little ridiculous, but we are going to go to our shop as well, because even though an arcade might be nice, it would be good to have Spirit Hearts as well. Survival does matter, at least until we get to the point where, like, and hopefully we will reach this, where it's basically impossible to lose. But you might be saying, oh, old NL would have taken Ringworm. And to some extent you're right, but old NL also cared just a little bit too much about what people thought. You know, it is good to care about what people think. I think when I was a teenager, I had this idea, like, when I get older, my goal is to not care about what anybody else thinks. It's like a diluted shortcut to self-confidence or something like that. Caring about what other people think means you're courteous. Oh, there was a tinted rock instead of the secret room. Hero font. Oh, it's the hermit. We don't need to use that, but that's still okay. It means that you're a courteous person. You know, I'm not saying you should go outside and be like, oh, are my pants okay? I don't know, but I am saying, you know, it means that you care about what other people think. You know, you care about how they live their lives. That's a good thing. But I cared maybe a little bit too much, to the point where it was becoming deleterious. Ringworm is just not good. It's, in fact, so bad. I'm going to take this. Pretty fly. Very nice, actually. Thanks for the spider. It is actually very deleterious. It's not just a funny tear effect. It's actually kind of terrible. It makes it nearly impossible to hit. Your shot speed gets cranked up by like a factor of 30. Oh, just be careful around these rocks, you know? More Spirit Hearts, please. This is too many orange fires, to be honest with you. This is a very aggressive room. Take your shot. Shoot, coward, you're only gonna kill a man. No, not the spiders going right to the door that I was gonna go to. Apologies for the reaction, but I was also at the same time a little perturbed by the situation as it presented itself. Okay, we got 2 bombs. I would like to get to 3.5 or 4 Spirit Hearts. So, and you know, it's not implausible to have that happen. Our luck stat is above 0, and also we have Dark Bombs. So I'm thinking some combination of those elements should lead us to be able to having 3.5 to 4 Spirit Hearts by the Deal with the Devil, which means we can take a Deal with the Devil without dying, and hopefully then we could buy something from the shop if necessary to supplement our HP, but may or may not be relevant. Ideal shop items, by the way, anything that allows us to I just really hope this isn't a dead end. Good. Anything that allows us to charge up Mega faster is pretty much invaluable. Okay, well, the good news is we can't take any of this anyway. The bad news is I did almost cost myself a chance at it, but, you know, I guess we're going to be going for an angel room unless things change here. That was really funny. We could have, if we'd gone to the shop and maybe blown it up, we could have, no, we could have bought a Spirit Heart and maybe would have taken Death's Touch there. But you know what? That might have been terrible. Maybe taking Death's Touch in that situation would have killed us dead like 2 rooms later. So I don't feel too bad about it. I think we made a reasonably well-informed decision. And now we got deals with the Angel to look forward to. I wouldn't presume that that guarantees us access to a good run. 7 cents gives us King Baby. Don't know if that's relevant in the least. Don't fart on me. I don't give you permission to fart on me. Hey! That's... We gotta buy a bomb. It's the simple... It's the only explanation. Oh, it's dead onion is not sad onion, but it's still great. Okay, here's what you do. Crack into this. Go grab it. Don't take it. Hermit card. There's no bomb for sale. There is no god. Okay. Hierophant. Great card, but it's not a bomb, dude. You're telling me I have to leave Magic Mush behind to truly ascend on this run? There's nothing. Like, there's actually nothing we can do. You know, I guess I'll have to be content with just Black Candle, Mega, Dark Bomb, and Cat of Nine Tails on the first 2 floors. It hurts! I mean, not every run can be a 15 out of 10. We'll have to deal with our 13 out of 10 and just accept that that's the way life is sometimes. It's unfair. You know what? It would actually be awesome to get, and we had this on our last run, our last non-daily run at least. It would be awesome to get jumper cables. Because Mega will kill enough enemies to get at least like a 1/5 of its charges back. I don't know, Mega might have 12, so a 1/5 of 12 is not, you know, an integer. It's making the whole metaphor compromised, but just imagine it's a floating point number. We could have taken advantage of that if we'd gotten Mega on our last run, or if we get jumper cables on this run. So let's see what we can do there. But for now, I'm kind of excited. Angel Rooms, this could be a Mega Satan attempt. Mega to Mega Satan. What are the odds? What a country. What will they think of next? Mega to Mega Satan. Ingenious. Please. 0.57 luck. You gotta give me a bomb at some point. It sounds like I'm praying to a lord called 0.57 luck. Like he's some sort of freaking Destiny android. It's a protocol droid. Let's go. Probably not a huge deal to get Linger Bean here. But it's something. Can't... Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Can't stress enough, by the way. Dead Onion. Huge get. I love this item. The low shot speed sometimes hurts a little bit, but... Well done. I think it's probably about 1,000,000 times better. We should do like 1 more room. Just so that we don't cause ourselves to kill the boss and then sit inside of the deal with the devil or angel for the next 25 seconds. Been to item room. Not really a good purpose to go to shop. I say we just head down to the next floor, honestly. You got a Spirit Art for me? No such luck, huh? Yeah, let's just bounce, man. I don't think there's anything else too important for us on this floor. Cupid Meat is nice, but our damage itself is good enough, especially with Cat of Nine Tails and then effectively piercing shots. So now we've got 75% chance of a deal. What? 75? Mega gives us a better deal chance? Well, it's not Cupid Meat, and it's not Dead Onion. It could be Black Feather, but I thought Black Feather was just a damage increase for every evil upgrade. Of which I believe we have 0 right now. Linger Bean? I don't know, man. I'm off in I don't know man's land. No battery charge. It's a bummer. But we're still holding it together pretty nicely here. I feel like the most common way we get Mega these days is to actually just spawn with it. It does show up occasionally deal with the devil, but it seems to... I mean, it doesn't show up every week or anything like that, but it seems disproportionately likely to show up on an Eden start versus... I guess maybe you can random items from any pool, so it might actually be literally more likely to show up on an Eden start. It might not just be variance working out in our favor for the 4,000th time ever. So we do have a bomb now. I don't know if I want to go back to the curse room. Probably not the worst idea, but 4.5 HP is a good spot to take a deal with the devil if we actually get one and decide that we don't worry about deals with the angel and the deal with the devil is actually worth taking. That's what I'm trying to say here. So let's start going with Mr. Mega, which is just Mega. Confusing, I know. Mr. Mega, Mega, couldn't get 2 items that are much more different than that. Different category, different level of charges, different value propositions. Probably several battery charges there. You're going to give me a range upgrade for all my troubles, huh? Not horrible with Dead Onion, but certainly, like, not what we're looking for. 2 of clubs. Just pop that. The Sun and the High Priestess. I guess, you know, we're almost done with this floor already, if we want to be. There's no point to taking Judas's tongue just yet. And again, we got like a decent item, but 0.39 damage and a little bit of concussion action is not gonna, it's not gonna win the day for us or anything like that. So I'm gonna be a little ballsy here, and it's somewhat brazen, but I want to backtrack anyway. Come on. Oh, they won't open. Okay, well, I've made a terrible mistake. I want to backtrack anyway to go to the shop. I would put that in contention for possibly like the worst used Mega of all time. It's just a series of trap rooms and nonsense. So I'm going to sacrifice a Spirit Heart. Come back here, open this up. That was like extraordinarily not worth it. Probably could have told you that in advance, but where's the fun in that? Jumper cables. Is greed? It's not jumper cables. Sets us up in a great position financially on the next run. You know, it's like getting the big tax rebate. Putting it into a savings fund or something like that. Or an index fund invested, you know, to track the performance of the S&P 500 at an expected value of 7% a year. It's a sensible idea. Now, it might not feel as good as renting a high-action car, you know, like a Ford Focus RS for a couple of hours, but probably more sensible. Although, I don't know, the once-in-a-lifetime thrills offered by a Ford Focus RS are pretty... Did I mention recently I've become sponsored by the Ford Motorsports Company? Not true. That's probably illegal, which is why I'm enclosing this in curly braces, aka satire brackets. Not a secret room? Alright, if you say so. We're gonna head down to the next floor. We're gonna use the Sun, like, right away. We got a 100% chance of a deal, in air quotes. We just don't know what kind of deal it's gonna be. The Sun. Easy money. So if we get a deal with the, oh, this is a little scary, actually. If we get a deal with the devil, what are we looking for? Well, first off, enough HP to make it work. I can't believe, I know I've lost HP, but I can't believe our HP is so low, considering we got Dark Bum and not negative 18 luck. How is it plausible we have had so few red hearts drop? We haven't been able to make Dark Bum give us like more than 2 Spirit Hearts. Dude, Outbreak is amazing, but... Well, the Northernlion, you're talking about the item, not the movie starring Dustin Hoffman. Okay, fine, I forgot. Outbreak actually is still awesome, though. The movie, not so much. Apparently that movie's I mean, I've only seen it on Korean television when I was sequestered in my hotel. Judgment. Well, better angel chance? Yeah, and a spirit heart. That was money well spent. You know what? Hook me up. Go hard on this shop. So I don't really know how the movie is, but then I looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes afterwards, and I was told by Rotten Tomatoes, they said, Outbreak, it's not the high point of any of the stars' careers. So I took that as gospel, and have been insulting the good work of that filmmaking crew ever since. I found pills. It's like the pill voice announcer is like the SpongeMock meme in vocal form. The pill announcer is this, okay. You get where I'm going with that. Decide whether or not it's funny, and then laugh or cringe accordingly, and we'll move along here. Okay, this is the greatest time for us. For 2 runs in a row now, I find myself, well, I mean, they said it in the song, you all need somebody to lean on. But in this one, it's, you all need a cube of meat, son, cube of meat. When you're not strong, it will kill dudes. It can carry or run. It might be so long till you don't need a cube of meat to lean on. Just count Book of Revelations if you can. Okay, it's too far. Dude, you know what? This is bad form, but I actually hate Brownie, so we're gonna take care of that. We're gonna snag HP. I really did not want to fight Brownie, so wasted charge, dude. Maybe wasted days and wasted nights, but I would do it again if I got the chance. Mega does destroy Boss Rush, so we put ourselves in a pretty good spot. Oh, gotta look. That's pretty bad. But we get a charge for every wave, so... which is actually like an overpayment, because the average wave is a lot easier than the average room. You know, there's no hazards to watch out for. It's just 3 or 4 enemies. Nothing wrong with that. Okie dokie. We're down to the next floor. We gotta make it to Boss Rush, but if we make it to Boss Rush, we can do Boss Rush. Even with our run looking a little suspect here, we can make it to Boss Rush. We actually have 2 HP. I would love to have taken Rotten Baby. We literally would have died, unless we took our HP before we went into the deal with the devil, which actually was the more sensible approach now that I think about it. Then we would have had 1 HP now, but we would have Rotten Baby along with us. That probably would have been better. I'm a big enough person to admit my mistakes. That was a great contagion. A great outbreak. Way better than the stupid 1995 film starring Dustin Hoffman, am I right? More like Dustin frig off, man. I don't want to watch Outbreak anymore. When I watch another one of your middling movies, like Last Chance Harvey. Not a bad movie, just not a, you know, particularly strong effort. It was touching, I suppose, at best. We all need somebody to lean on. Let's go. Satanic Bible. We don't need it long term, but we're happy to have it for now. And then in our double key room, which we can afford to go to, 4 room, you know what this means. Why did I say it like that? 4 room, you know what this means. It is the 4 room song. No, it means we reroll our books, we get Bookworm. And then we get a battery charge. Get Bomb. That's not a battery charge. But it's all starting to come together here. Teleport card. We don't have to fight Boss Rush if we get a teleport card. So we know that this is a secret room. We know that... oh, that's worth it, worth it. Okay, blow this guy up too. Take his money. So we are... got easy, like, frictionless shop purchasing power, death card, hermit card. Hermit card is a teleport out of the boss rush. This is it. Lucchini pouring from the sky. Let's get rich, what? The cheeky vines, the sugar dimes can't quit, what? So pop the cork and steam the Vegas, and let's get lit, what? And then I honestly couldn't piece together like the next 100 words. He says, introducing Phantom of the Door, walk through my heaven with something and something and something. Showboden with Rugers, Belafonte bigger. Ask in for what it's worth as we confiscate your figures. And then Sonny Chiba goes in and he says, Casanova Brown, levitating cheeky and dashikis. A Lahada car 54 chasing diamond runners. And then I'm just lost. At that point, it's just, you know, Iggy Azalea raps in my head. They got the skills. I do not have the skills. Oh, we've already seen a dice room, so I don't really want to go into the other double key room. They tend to not be worth it. I'm going to source that. That's Lucchini by Camp Low from the 1997 album Uptown Saturday Night, a forgotten near classic. With soul samples long before Kanye West's late registration took him to #1 on the Billboard Hot 200. Please. No deal. Polaroid. We pick something up, we get boss rush. Decide for yourself. Anyway, sorry, we get mega is what I mean to say. Decide for yourself. We doing this? Cricket's Head, great get. We should use mega so we can get the extra charge right away. It's going very well right now, by the way. We're just worried about fighting enemies that, unfortunately, have long death animations. Luckily, it hasn't been that much of a problem so far. That took a little longer than I'd like, but this ended up, you know, in my opinion, being very much worth the cost of doing business here. We got Cricket's Head for free. Analog Stick, by the way, I didn't even mention it, but in case you're unaware, it's a tiers upgrade, even if you don't want to take advantage of the 360 aiming. So this is actually like an excellent use of our boss rush room here. We also got an HP upgrade for effectively doing no work, and we've still got a full charge. I don't even want to teleport anymore. Even though we haven't been to our shop yet, I don't see the need to teleport. We'll use it down here instead and try to cheese our way into an early mom fight. The more big rooms, like, the merrier, dude. That's fine. In fact, it's actually very, very good. This is... I mean, we started out of control strong on this run. You got to admit, there was a lull in the middle where it seemed like a win was gonna happen still, but, like, it was not amazing. Now we are looking really, really nice on this run. Amazingly, we've done this without getting a single deal. Like, we've gotten the deals, we just haven't taken any. I would love to see an angel deal now. I still think Mega to Mega Satan is the funniest thing in the world. Why? See, they have the same word in them. But the game seems to feel differently, and it exclusively wants to give me deals with the devil. We'll still have deal with the angel chance because we're only taking Guppy's Collar. Cracker Jacks has shown up and given me a speed upgrade. Actually good. Even merciful, if I'm being honest. And, gotta be honest, like... I know I said honest about 12 times in the last 2 seconds, but at 24 minutes in our last run, we had just picked up Mom's Knife to the best of my knowledge, so this is a much better performance just from the seed perspective. Like, 8.7 damage plus piercing shots plus mega. It's pretty nice. We're living lavish here. Hitting them sly for the C notes, as they said in Lucchini. At this point, we're just trying to do as many rooms as possible. So that we have a few, you know, less rooms to do to get our mega charge back. Dark Bomb's finally coming through, because it's getting the red hearts that help it function. You know, we got a whole nice little operation going here. And I'm not talking about water on the knee. A whole bucket sea. Oh, he's done it. We should be picking up money, but I really don't think I'm going to fight Hush. And you might think this is a lame reason for it, but I'm not convinced that our range is suitable for a Hush fight. Because of Dead Onion and poor shot speed, you gotta be pretty close to enemies to kill them, and being pretty close to Hush is a recipe for taking more hits than I'd like, and Mega doesn't crap on him the way you'd expect. I'm not sure if it's super armor or what, but... Now, Void, I think, is a different story. Like, fighting Delirium on Void, I think Mega works pretty well at that. If we get the opportunity after the chest, we'll go for it. I do kind of want to take this down to the cathedral and the chest first, though, just to see how it works. So, no deals with the angel. My apologies, but I think it's utterly apparent I did try. Red chest means we open them. Golden chest means we might open them. Stone chest means we open them. Regular chest means we don't care. And if we don't care, then you don't care. 1, 2, 3 times 2 to the 6. Something quick with the Limp Bizkit mix? I can't remember. It's been forever. It's probably like 4 years since I listened to Rollin' by Limp Bizkit. And even then, it was only for meme purposes. Which I think, it's like smoking in movies. Your brain doesn't count it as poison. Because it's for the purposes of art. Please die faster. We'll go back for the battery charge. This is looking like it's pretty much got to be the right way to get to the... Ooh, and a curse room here. That is bordered by a secret room. But it's looking like this is the right way to the boss, probably. So, pretty close to being able to... it's fine. Pretty close to being able to go down to the chest and then see how our life looks once we make it down there. Plus, we're pretty close to a mega charge. See, I probably should have been hit there. I'll own up. Please tell me that somebody else got poisoned through, like, whatever astral plane you guys used to teleport around. Not so bad. A dead end at this stage of an area? I don't buy it. What I do buy is that cancer trinket. 0.88 speed is, like, god-awful, but being able to have a much better rate of fire here seems... like a suitable positive. Sometimes you gotta pay damage to the spike gods in order to say thank you for giving me the good RNG here. Money well spent. Now, you actually... oh, I thought you could go straight down and use the mega charge a little bit, but apparently not. We should be in a bulletproof situation. And it got better, although I wouldn't necessarily say much, much better. I mean, you know, we did get the Emperor card. Black Hole I'm not going to use. But several pills. I can see forever. X-Lax. We're going to keep using Mega, because it's amazing. But we could use the Emperor card. So as far as I'm concerned, we just won. That Emperor card is a win I'm choosing not to collect on. And the Mulligan, by the way, amazing pickup. And certainly cements, in my opinion at least, that we made the right decision here by choosing to go with the Cancer Trinket. Just keep walking backwards. Because, you know, firing more shots means getting more flies. On average, but also, like, unassailably mathematically. Intergalactic, planetarily. 0.57 luck. It's a very strange number to be at the end of the run. To pick up 0 lucky pennies over the course of a whole run is almost more impressive than having, like... Not than having, like, 20 luck, but it's more impressive than having, like, 3 luck. Luckily, I would say every other stat except for maybe our speed and range have made up for it in a big way. Like, there's... And this is why I'm struggling a little bit from a commentary perspective. I have nothing to complain about. And that's really, like, that's my bread and butter. I think we could find ourselves very, very, very slightly under the gun if we don't have a mega charge and then we end up fighting, like, a double gate room and then a double adversary room and my brain breaks and I'm like, you know what'd be sweet? Just use your cube of meat against all these guys despite not having permanent Polaroid invincibility. Like, this is a wonderful room for contagion or outbreak, but a nasty room to not have mega, admittedly. We certainly made up for not being able to get Rotten Baby, though. Alright, this will not charge us. On the bright side, we're gonna have a charge for the boss. You don't need your HP. Just dodge around him here. I'm gonna try to kill Ultra Lust last. I don't really need 9 lives in hindsight. I was kind of hoping there would be a Wrath on here. Sorry, not a Wrath. An Envy on here. And I could use that Envy to pick up Shoop to Whoop or something. But not a huge deal either way. Boss fight? Boss fight? Boss fight! We should be good. Void or no void? We'll play it as we see it. Should have known. Of course it's going to be a void floor. There is a battery charge back here. That's pretty important. Crack into these. These are free items. Stigmata. I'm not against Leech either. We need basically save as much HP as possible for the Delirium fight. I think if you've got full HP, you're not going to lose the Delirium fight. And this is a big moment for us because I've lost on Delirium like 3 or 4 times in a row now. So to come through on a good run and finish the job here would feel really nice. I got to test something because I don't know how many other people are willingly coming down to the Delirium floor, but nah, just pills again. I was hoping that it wouldn't give us pills and instead it would give us an item as, you know, a reward for coming down here, but it's okay. It's not that I'm sad about it or anything. It's not like that item could have changed the chances of us winning the run or anything like that. Don't be silly. It's not like I like you or anything. I saw that coming a mile away and tried to, like, dodge around it. I don't know, man. Hear me out here. I don't think we should use Mega, like, ever. I think we should hold Mega in case we come across our Delirium fight right away. We could use the Emperor to teleport out of that, but Mega doesn't seem that useful for room clearing right now, just because, I mean, it's obviously literally useful for room clearing, but it doesn't seem that great because it doesn't charge itself up. And I'm not going, wah, I can't use Mega all the time. But I think we really, really would like Mega to be available for our boss fight. So maybe just hold the charge and rely on your still very good DPS here in the interim period. And pick up as many, you know, hearts and spirit hearts as you conceivably can. Obviously, full HP is ideal. If we can't make it in there with full HP, it's not necessarily the end of the world. But, like, don't give up damage for no reason. Mom's box of trinkets has given us safety cap. It does also make the cancer trinket twice as good. So the next step is an Algiz rune, and we just got it. We got 2, actually, but, like, we need the Algiz rune way more than we need the Emperor card. And, dude, all of our bosses are, like, clustered over there, which is actually sweet. For one, I think it means that I can use Mega. And probably will be able to generate a charge magic mush. No, that's fine. And on a room like that, that could have been a difference maker. Should try to chart a course with no backtracking. But oh well. The Algiz rune should give us a pretty easy lead on a win here. Especially if we have a full mega charge. Okay, now's not the time. We do have Guppy's Collar, but we need one more Guppy item to make that work. But if it works, it's beautiful. It's just a little scary right now. It's one of the rare, like very, very rare situations in which an improperly played 9 lives could actually kill us. This should have no chance to be Delirium. This is a very nice layout. I only see 2 bosses that have a high chance to be Delirium. Left could be Delirium. And then top right could be Delirium. This is not Delirium. It's just a little baby Isaac. Which almost makes me want to pop my first Algiz. And then go back for the other one if necessary at a slightly later date. I think we'll just play it as is right now. We're doing fine. It's a good exercise in patience to begin with. I don't necessarily feel the need to do every boss before Delirium. Might be nice to just get to full HP and then do every boss. Or sorry, and then do Delirium, but we'll see. Alright, an extra Spirit Heart. I actually feel like probably the right play with Algiz is you wait till you get hit down to like... Don't speak to me ever again. You wait until you get hit down to 1 HP. A little dicey, admittedly. Let's say 2, you know, somewhere in that range. And then you pop Algiz and you hope that the leech generates a little bit of HP for you to get back to full. And that way you didn't waste any opportunity cost. You actually used the Algiz rune to regenerate a little bit of HP along with you. A Thame is totally fine. Probably unlikely to generate too many Demon Hearts for us, but certainly not useless. So I'm not going to be dodging too much here. We can get out of the way of enemies, but getting out of the way of shots is a little finicky here. We basically killed like half of Delirium's HP, and we summoned like a buttload of flies in the meantime here, so just be smart, because an Algiz rune is probably not enough to mathematically save you right now, but you know, the same reasons I had for not going to the Hush fight completely apply right now. Our range is so bad, it's hard for us to hit him without putting ourselves at great risk. So I'm actually going to break my own rule and pop Algiz right away. Just so if it goes wrong, we're not coming off of Algiz panicking about having, you know, 1 hit away from death. I'm calling slight bullshit. He regenerated HP when he changed into a different form of an enemy. We're gonna win, though. Delirium's gonna die. And you know what? A great run for confidence purposes. I'm feeling a lot better about my Isaac play. Maybe it's because we started with Mega, but we did have to forsake Magic Mush on this run. Don't forget about that. Cash me outside. Don't forget about that. For now, though, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. And of course, I'll see you next time.